Hello, family. What does the future of marriage in the United States look like? It really depends on you. Here's one vision. This is what U.S. District Judge John Jones wrote just a few weeks ago in his decision striking down Pennsylvania's law protecting marriage. Quote, "In future generations, the label same-sex marriage will be abandoned, simply to be replaced by marriage." End quote. But God, who is the author of marriage, has a different vision. A covenant by which a man and a woman establish between themselves a partnership for life that is by its nature ordered toward the good of the spouses and the procreation and education of offspring. The movement to redefine marriage from its God-centered origins to a secular contrivance may appear to be gaining steam, but it is certainly not inevitable. The actions you are willing to take today and the lessons you impart on your children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews will directly impact the future of marriage in our country. We simply cannot rely on political leaders and secular mainstream media to speak the truth about marriage and lead our nation in the right direction. It is only through you and those like you who are willing to defend the sacred union of man and wife that our culture will be saved. Make no mistake, protecting marriage is essential to building a culture of life. St. John Paul II made clear that, quote, "The role of the family in building a culture of life is decisive and irreplaceable," end quote. That is why the defense of marriage is part of Human Life International's life-saving mission. Yes, our pro-life missionaries are working hard every day to end abortion around the world, but that can't be the end of the fight. We have to change the culture. Pope Paul VI, soon to be Blessed Paul VI, reminded us in his encyclical, Humanae Vitae, quote, "Marriage and conjugal love are by their nature ordained toward the begetting and educating of children. Children are really the supreme gift of marriage," end quote. It is this focus on children, on bringing new life into the world, that is lost when marriage is redefined to emphasize individual wants and desires. And the message sent is that kids don't need a mom and a dad, that being raised in a natural family environment has no effect on children or on the culture. You and I know this isn't true, and even the latest and most comprehensive scientific research bears this out. Still, I'm sure you know people in your community, even family or close friends, who have turned away from God's truth about marriage and are perhaps pressuring you to do the same. This pressure is increasing from those in younger generations who have become vocal about redefining marriage based on a misguided notion of equality, possibly because they've never been taught what marriage really is in the first place, a covenant of man and woman united for life and open to life. As part of Human Life International's efforts to defend marriage in the public square and to educate our brothers and sisters in Christ about God's plan for marriage, we are once again co-sponsoring the National March for Marriage in Washington, D.C. A strong coalition of pro-family organizations is putting together this event, which takes place on Thursday, June 19th. Marriage supporters will first rally together to hear from a number of pro-marriage guest speakers before marching to the U.S. Supreme Court and then walk to the Capitol to speak with members of Congress. I hope you can join me in our nation's capital on June 19th at this pivotal time for the future of marriage in the United States. It is up to us to show the world what marriage truly is, what it means, why it's important, and why it must be defended for generations to come. May God bless you.